Now there is one of the most beautiful rabbits I've seen in a long time. Hard to keep this camera steady when it's on zoom. Looks a lot like the rabbit I interact with downtown. I don't think I've ever seen a rabbit out here before. But the sad fact is the city is forcing these animals further and further out. This used to be a long drive, and usually in the back of a police car or an ambulance, as that girl said, to get out here. But now it's pretty close to the city. Only took about 10 minutes to get here from the LRT. This here is, where's that sign now? Oh, there it is, okay. Food services. Got a cafeteria in there. They actually have a patient-run cafeteria as well, which is kind of neat. Now this is the trophy case. I don't know who won that trophy, but it looks interesting. Hi there. Now this looks like a monocle maker or some kind of optical thing. There's a lot of history to this hospital. It's been around for a very long time. I think probably a little over 100 years. But Underwood. That looks familiar. I think my dad gave me a typewriter like that once. Materia Medica and Pharmacology. Interesting stuff. I'm not sure what that is. It kind of looks like a cotton gin, I guess. Not too much information about it. This is a part where the old and new come together. This is kind of an old part of the building. This hallway, as you see, it sort of slants and dips and dives and changes into another building. You can see just about all around the hospital from here. It's a city unto itself. It used to even have its own farms. It does still have horticultural areas. Got to be careful not to film anybody. I don't think this guy will mind. Security is pretty high around here. That's the courtyard for the patient-run cafeteria. As you can see, things are sort of starting to get a little dilapidated around here. Warped walls and warped floors. One time I was walking down this hall, and a big fat guy came up to me and asked me if I had a cigarette and actually patted me down just to make sure that I wasn't lying when I told him I didn't smoke. I wasn't too happy about that. I'll cut her off there for now. Now this is where you go to building number 8. I'm just going to quickly have a look at the Bud's Bistro. There's a picture here I always used to look at. As you can see, some of these grounds are just absolutely beautiful. The trees and got a lot of historical photography on the walls. And as you can tell, I am very much into photography. Some of these wards I have a little more serious patients on them, so I don't want to bother them. But unless I miss my guess, following through this way will lead us to the chapel. 12 building. One time I was coming through this area at full tilt being chased by a bunch of security guards, and I was taken here in an ambulance, and I think I made it to this door, and they asked me where I wanted to go, and I said I wanted to go to the chapel, and they wrestled me down, injected me full of drugs, and put me on a gurney, and then they wheeled me down here. Oh, that's a nice picture. Oh boy, look at this garden. Now that is beautiful. I don't know why, but I've never loved anything more than the color orange. Young adults, I wish that was here when I was here. I was right out of high school. Took me right from high school to this place. Good morning. And here we go. One time I snuck over there into a kitchen and tried to steal a container of milk. Got caught. It's a very quiet and peaceful place in here. Very serene. When I was here, there was a Catholic nun that ran the services for us here, and she was really nice. Oh. Geez, I could sit here all day. I don't know if that music sounds familiar, but YouTube's probably going to pick it up and say it's been copyrighted. It's This is the most serene and peaceful place in the hospital. This is one of the first places I ever went to church as an adult. It's meant for all faiths and denominations. There's a little plaque I wanted to video here. It says, "This chapel is dedicated to the glory of God and for the comfort and inspiration of those who enter, and is named the Reverend E.O. Walker Chapel in recognition of the Reverend Emerald Orrin Walker, who for many years was a faithful friend and pastor at Alberta Hospital, Edmonton." When I worked at, oh, this is beautiful. When I worked at Superstore, this guy said, if you're a good worker, they're never going to put up your name on a plaque on a wall and say, oh, he was a good worker. What is not true. It's right there. You just have to work for the right reasons. Now, I'm going to shut her down. I can never get over this hallway. Another time I was coming down here, and I was being escorted by 2 staff members, and for some reason this idiot felt he had to walk behind me 1.5 or half a pace behind, right at my heels. And of course at the time I was delusional, and I thought I was some kind of royalty, and I said, you're supposed to walk in front of me. And he said, no, it's in my job description, I have to walk a pace and a half behind you. And now we're going over to, I believe it's called 3 Building. Oh, there's some awesome flowers. I'm going to zoom in on those, get a good look. And here's some more flowers. They really go all out in this place. Well, it looks like they changed this place. Last time I was here was for signing, book sale. I don't know if they've increased security or maybe those bikes are for rent. Maybe they belong to the security guards. It's really strange. First time I was here, a lot of people thought for some reason that I was some kind of fighter pilot. I wanted to be a fighter pilot, but I probably knew that I'd never be a pilot to save my life, even though I went to flying school. But I remember sitting here, and hearing these people talk about me and getting paranoid. And this is the gymnasium. One time they took us down here, and this woman kept running around, "Do you want to play soccer? Do you want to play soccer? Do you want to play soccer?" This was right after my knee had been injured, and she kicked a soccer ball directly into my knee, and I was not happy. And then another time, over on this side of the gym, was playing badminton with a member of the Airborne Regiment, and I got him pretty good. I think I got him like 15-1, and I kept insulting him. Somebody said, "Hey, Leaf, that's not very nice." But kind of mindset I was in, I didn't really care to be nice at the time. So this is the wheelchair ramp to get down to the... Doesn't look like it's too functional right now. It's funny how much smaller everything seems when you come back to it. Oh, that's a nice piece of art. Better get out of here before the security guards realize I'm illegally filming these places. I think that just about covers the whole ball of wax. Get some shots of 9 building on the way back. And actually, there's one other place. Don't know if it's still open. I used to go to school here for correspondence school. And it looks like they have the same impermanent structure up to get to it. It looks like that door may be locked. I don't think there's any harm in trying, no. Seem to have no signs on it. I don't think it'll open. No. I'm really hoping the weather stays clear for Saturday, or for next week too. The outdoor sale and carnival here is going to be really something. As you can hear and see, the hospital is full of wildlife and animals. Some little birds there. I feel so guilty that when I was younger I used to kill little birds like that just for sport. Nice multicolored flowers there. And that over there is 9 building. It's a sad day. I remember being here with my dad once and walking across that field and looking over a 9 building and thinking of the horrible things that happened to me in there. The beatings, the injections, the isolation, the incarceration. It was horrible. And I was right out of high school. I don't like to think about it too much, but it's weird. This place kind of grows on you after a while. I hope it doesn't grow too much. I want to go home after this.